So anybody that's played lacrosse at a high level will tell you that getting to the wall and wall work is the most important thing you can do, the most beneficial thing you can do to improve yourself as a player. Okay? Your stick is the great equalizer in this game. So it doesn't matter whether you're a bigger guy, a shorter guy, a skinny guy, a slow guy, a fast guy. If you've got a great stick, you can play this game. If you've got a great stick, there's a place for you on the field. 8 minutes and 35 seconds a day, and we round that up to 10 minutes. So 10 minutes a day on the wall for a week, that's 70 minutes. You can get a season's worth of touches. So think about how much better you can get if you're spending 10 minutes each day on the wall. How much better can you get between now and the start of the season, or now and next year at this time? So that's why the wall is so important. We've got to get to the wall, we've got to spend time there, even if it's just a little bit. So we'll start you off with the one-handed sequence. Okay, from there, we're gonna move into two hands up close to the wall. Then we're gonna move into a little bit of balance work. The reason we go into the balance work is because we wanna ideally be able to separate our upper body from our lower body. Right, in lacrosse, you're not always gonna be able to throw the perfect pass. First thing we want to do when we get to the wall is do one-handed drills, one-handed passing. And the idea there is kind of twofold. One is to get us to focus on extending our arm and getting our elbow away from the body, okay? A lot of young guys have a tendency to be in here when they throw it and down here and kind of just push the ball. But we want to make sure we get everything up, and then the second part of it is really activating the wrist. So when we get up here and we extend the arm way up, okay, we really only have our wrist to work. Okay, our wrist to do the work here. So the idea is to get up. You don't have to be too far away, but we want to keep this elbow up and away from the body, and just use that wrist to really throw the ball. Okay, when you're doing this, your hand can be as high as you need it to be to make it comfortable. Okay, we don't want to be way down here because it gets a little difficult for most of you guys. Okay, way up here is probably a little bit too easy. Somewhere in the middle, somewhere is where it's comfortable and not too difficult to pass. Okay, we want to stay up here, away from the body, and then your check for this is where the shaft is coming down. So you know if the shaft is coming this way or this way, the ball is going to probably come out sideways. You want the shaft coming right down at your forearm. Okay. And then of course we want to do this with both hands. Again, keeping the elbow up and away from our body. Little half a cradle once we catch it. Okay, and then we can go and actually switching hands. So now we go back to the one hand, but we get on one foot. Again, taking our bottom half of the bottom half of our body out of the equation. We work through it on both feet. The important part here is not to rush it. Still want to keep our elbow up and away from our body. If at some point you start to fall over or you start to feel like you're losing your balance, it's more important to stop, regain your balance, set up and do it properly than to try to push through it while you're falling and then you're throwing improper passes. Okay? And we also do both hands. Both hands, both feet.